Hello, this is Leanne from Rivo Creations.
And Greg from Rivo Creations.
And what are you doing today, Greg?
Today I'm going to make some diabetic muffins, blueberry muffins for Leanne, and I'm using a recipe from the Woman's Weekly Cooking for Diabetes book. It's a very good recipe.
So that's where you're getting your recipe from, right. How many times have you made this recipe?
Many, many times. I don't know how many, but perhaps once or twice every fortnight for quite a long time now.
Right, okay, and you want to run through your ingredients?
Yes, I do.
And show the audience exactly what you've put there in your bowls.
We have 1 cup of self-raising wholemeal flour. Self-raising wholemeal. We have 1 cup of normal white self-raising flour. 1 cup. We have half a cup of light brown sugar. Half a cup. And we have 2 egg whites, just the egg whites, that will be beaten very shortly. We also have, we've measured this, 1/3 of a cup of applesauce. 1/3 of a cup. Then we have 3/4 of a cup of skim milk. And last but not least, a handful of blueberries. The recipe does say that you can use up to 150 grams, but we're just using a handful today.
Okay, that's great. Right, Greg, what's next? Is it the ingredients you're going to start on now?
Yes. So the first ingredient going into the mixing bowl is the 1 cup of wholemeal flour, followed by 1 cup of normal self-raising flour. Then we have half a cup of light brown sugar.
So they're all the dry ingredients.
That's the dry ingredients completed.
Then what's next?
We have 3/4 of a cup of skim milk.
So it's just a 1 bowl recipe, isn't it?
Yes, that's correct. And we have 1/3 of a cup of
Applesauce.
applesauce.
Right.
And
What's next?
after that, we have to just lightly beat the egg whites, which we'll do right here.
Right.
You just beat them together just for a little bit. There's no...
And that's just to put a bit of air in the muffins, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. The recipe doesn't stipulate how long, or so we just do it for a few seconds.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Put that in.
Okay.
And then we mix those items together before we put the blueberries in, so we don't break the blueberries.
Right. Okay. I'm going to show people what it looks like, Greg, in the bowl.
So at this stage, it's very dry.
Right.
And you just be gentle with it. If you go crazy, then the flour will just go everywhere.
What's that there?
Just a bit of applesauce.
Oh, I better use that then.
As the cake mix gets a little bit, the moisture works through, then you can go a little bit faster. But the muffins can be rough, and quite often you don't have to make it silky smooth.
Right.
And that's the mixture there.
Right. So it's a bit of a wet ingredient.
Yeah. Next we can put in the blueberries. These are fresh blueberries bought locally.
Right. Okay.
And we just gently fold them in. We don't want to go crazy with that, obviously.
Okay, that's good. Okay, we'll be right back for the next part. Right, we're back, and Greg is now got his, what's that, a muffin tray?
It's a muffin tray, yes.
A 12 muffin tray, is it?
Yes, 12 small muffins. They're not really big muffins, they're small muffins.
And you're going to do what?
Just put some olive oil spray in to just give it a little bit of things so the muffins don't stick, because when we don't have the muffins in papers, we just put them straight into
But
the tray.
can you put it in a paper?
Yes, I'm sure you can put it in the papers, and you'd probably want to still put some sort of spray in there as well.
Okay, right.
So then all we do is just spray a little
Just a
bit.
light spray, Greg?
Just a light spray.
Okay, and what's next then?
Then I use an ice cream scoop, because they work really, really well, to scoop the mixture into each of the...
All right, let's see how you do that.
It's quite...
I've seen you do it, and you're pretty fast at it.
Yes, the scoop...
Don't make a mess on camera.
No, the scoop makes it very quick.
Right.
Actually. And then
Look at him go.
And you can adjust at the end to fill the ones that haven't got quite as much as you'd like, to even everything up. But it doesn't matter how big or small the muffins are, because they're made for us, they're not made for anyone else.
Right. So that was pretty quick, I must admit. Now, I've done this recipe in the past, and I'm not as quick as Greg. He is a speed demon. So, what are we talking about temperature-wise for the oven, Greg?
They call it, they say to put the temperature at 180 degrees.
Right.
Or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. In our oven, that's gas mark 5.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so 180 degrees for 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yes, we found with our oven 21 minutes is better, but it makes it work a bit better. So basically 21 minutes.
So check it after 20 then?
Yes, check it after 20.
And if it needs a bit more, just leave it in.
Yes.
Now, when you put it in the oven, when it's finished, you put a timer on it, because you don't want to burn them.
That's right.
And
I use my phone, actually, and just set the timer for 21 minutes,
Right,
and I'll
okay.
check it 1 minute before it
okay.
goes on.
So put that in the oven, and we'll look at you do that.
Just before we do that, I'll just say, just drop it gently a couple of times just to get the air out.
Okay, so that's our oven down there, and they go in for 20 minutes,
Yes.
and you're going to set your clock.
Yes. Excuse me while I go off camera to get my...
And leave it on the bench then, Greg. And
Yes.
then what you do when you pull them out. Actually, we'll wait for them to cook, and we'll film it when they're coming out of the oven. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And the muffins are done. And Greg's just pulling them out of the oven now. And that's what they look like. Golden brown, beautiful blueberries oozing out of the tops. And just put that a bit close to the camera, Greg, so people can see what they really look like. There we go. So they're really rustic muffins. And no doubt I'm going to have a few tonight for supper. Okay, so that's it. So it's goodbye from Leanne.
And goodbye from Greg.
See you next time.